Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. Please rise for the honourable... Ooh, hang on. I'm echoing myself. Please rise for the honourable Judge Tetcher. Hello, it's me. So, hello to Smiley, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Court of Esports, the Court of Tetcher. Today, we are going to be running a trial to see who murdered HGC, the Heroes Global Championship. And as such, I will be your judge for today. We will be deciding who killed HGC. It's going to be a tough decision to make, but luckily, I don't have to make it. I don't have to make this decision because we have a jury, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be deciding on a jury to decide the fate of the HGC. For starters, before we go too much further, this stream is sponsored by Simply Nuck Gaming. They currently have $100 and £100 off and free shipping on everything on their website. Check out Simply Nuck Gaming for their Intel Gamer Days promotion. Thank you very much for the sponsor. So the trial is going to work as such. I am going to give you all the information that you need on all of the suspects. As a heads up, this is satire. This is 100% satire. We do not go after anybody for hate or the reactions or anything that is said during this. I may be lying. I may be full of shit. We just let it go. But for now then, let's go through the people who have opted in for jury duty. In fact, I'll give people maybe 30 seconds. If you want to enter into jury duty, I'm going to be going through the people who have entered to see if they are in. And should we do that now or should we do that nearer the end? Let's start now. We can start with a couple jurors. And we'll see if they're available, just to make sure that we have a minimal amount. On screen, Ryokai, as you can see, Ed, you hit jury duty in chat. Hang on, let me bring you back to my screen. There you go. So type jury duty in chat, and you will be entered. And then I'll do a quick just check to see if we have at least 5. If we have at least 5, we'll be good. But at the end, I will still do another roll through to make sure that everyone is good. So feels good. Alrighty, so yeah, type it in. We'll do another 30 seconds so that people can enter. Type in jury duty to enter into the option to be available. Guilty! We haven't even started yet. You don't even know who the suspects are yet. Wait, I mean jury duty. Alright. Tough jury. We will see. Say that part for later. Jury duty. Okay, I think we have everyone who's going to enter. So let's just go through a couple here. So, let's check. DB Smiley. You have been selected for minimal jury. Are you available for at least the next 30 to 40 minutes to decide who murdered HGC? Please type in the chat, yes, you are available. DB Smiley has been selected for the minimal jury. Let's go next. Marif09, you have been selected for minimal jury. Are you available for the next 30 to 40 minutes? Let me load up a notepad to make sure I know the minimal jurors. So please type in the chat if you're available. If not, I'll roll past. So we have DB Smiley. Marif, are you available for the next 30 to 40 minutes as part of the minimal jury? Whoa now, I didn't even decide who is guilty against the whole conspiracy to prove guilt. That's mean. Alrighty, it doesn't look like Marif is here. So we will roll past because we'll have a minimal jury and then we will open it up to everyone else as the stream goes on. So, Marif has not responded. Let's jump on to the next one. Jixie Cat, are you available for the next 30 to 40 minutes to be part of the jury? Type yes in chat if you are available for the next 30 to 40 minutes to be a member of the jury. Jixie Cat has responded for jury duty. We have 2. Next. Ryokai, you have been selected for jury duty. Are you available for the next... Okay. Thank you very much. That saves me a lot of effort. As a reminder again, this is going to be very satire. Don't expect it to be very serious. Alright, Lilycat, you have been selected for jury duty. Are you available for the next 30 to 40 minutes? 22 months. Feels good. Lilycat. So sweet. Also, I didn't come across the stream. There you go. I've unmuted desktop audio, so it will come across. Alrighty, so Lily Kate. Alrighty, and we have one more minimal juror Zool Rules, are you available for the next 30 to 40 minutes? Yes. We have our minimal jury. These are the people who will be the 100% deciders. Everyone else is going to be able to make their opinion known, but these people will decide the full vote. These are our 5. This is our jury. Completely empty, but it is DB Smiley, Jixie Cat, Ryokai, Lily Kate, and Zool Rules. These are the people who have decided to enter in. My chair is very squeaky. So the way this is going to work is we are going to have a defense lawyer and we are going to have a defense lawyer and we are going to have a prosecution lawyer. The prosecutor will lay out the suspects for you all with some evidence and ideas as to how they may have done it. You will all then listen to the information. The defense will then perform their information. You may be confused about the microphone, it will be explained shortly. But the defense will then make their explanation. And after that, the jury will have a vote. I know I'm quiet, the headset is off my head. There is I figured I could do this more smoothly. I'm trying not to flash you all my nips, because we're doing movie magic. By hiding myself from camera, I figured this part would be easier. It's not, though. It's definitely not. Why is a shirt so hard to put on one-handed? Hang on. Okay, I am now on my knees next to my microphone in order to put on a shirt without having to do it one-handed by putting it on the back of my chair. So, your lawyers today will be Richard Ake, the prosecutor. That will be your prosecutor. And B. Hollet. They will be your defendant. They will give you all the information you need. Everything you need to know about this trial. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to pass you over to the prosecutor, now with probably very messy hair, who just brushed it, but we all knew that was going to happen. I'm going to jump over to the prosecutor, which in this case is going to be, as we already mentioned, the wonderful Richard Ake. Let's take it away at the start of the trial. Hello. I am Richard Ake. My bright wig's being eaten by the green screen, but it happens I will be the prosecutor for today in the trial of the murder of the Heroes Global Championship. And not only them, but the thousands of victims lost due to that murder. Even so, the most heartbreaking part of this story, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that the murder may have been carried out by one of the victims' closest associates. Let's get this underway. For a bit of background information, the HGC had been on a steady rise since its debut in 2015. It had attracted professional attention from people all around the world. It was one of Blizzard's biggest yearly esports leagues and events. And an insider informed Tetcher, information for all of this, an informer for all of this, that it was profitable and was growing year on year. It was a profitable venture for Blizzard. Even many pros had started to prepare for the next championship immediately after conclusion of the 2018 BlizzCon. So, in 2019, what exactly happened? In January 2019, the Heroes Global Championship, HGC, was found dead in a meeting room of Blizzard HQ. The cause of death, blunt force wound to the funding. Let's get started with our first suspect. I present for the jury and for the audience at home, I present to you our evidence board. Our first suspect in all of this will be... I've lost it. I've legit lost it. I was so prepared, wasn't I? But apparently not prepared enough. Where is it? Here it is. The first suspect is Blizzard Entertainment. So, what reason would Blizzard have for taking out one of their own franchises? So, let's get on with this. The short answer, it's probably money. Let's be honest. Now, you may ask, why would Blizzard, the player-focused company, take out a profitable and fan-favorite esport that employed hundreds of people? Over 400 people were employed by HGC. And it was, but let's just say that the claim that Tetcher had heard from a Blizzard employee at the time is true, that it was profitable, is true. The problem is, for Blizzard, that maybe a player-focused company like Blizzard, that maybe for them, it wasn't profitable enough. Compare it to the sales numbers of Overwatch, the money that World of Warcraft brings in, the money printing machine that is Hearthstone. But you may be wondering, where is the proof that Blizzard is so focused on money? Well, let's start off with Diablo Immortal, perhaps. Let's start off with that. Now, people may be at the defense of their infinite wisdom may in fact be replying to that of, what are you talking about? Everyone loves Diablo Immortal. They all have phones. As an out-of-season April Fool's joke, it was a great success. But overall, it wasn't very good, and it wasn't very player-focused, and it was very money-focused. As another bit of proof is Hearthstone's Battlegrounds. A lot of you may be focused and wondering on that. What I have to say on that. Battlegrounds came out and it was really good, and a lot of people really enjoyed that and liked that. But the fact is, the heroes that they had set up, the ones that you're supposed to get 4 options of at the start and had that in the early stages of the game, they are very imbalanced. The balance was not good on the heroes. So that's good. You have 4 options. You can choose the highest win rate hero and you have the best chance of winning the game. But at some point around January/April of 2019, Blizzard took away 2 of those selection slots and hid them behind a paywall, which at the start, a battle pass, at the start was only available by pre-ordering the next expansion pack, which was $80. And after that, were very kind to let you buy it anyway, by spending $20 of your own money on getting 2 character options. You got 2, but if you got 2 of the worst ones, that doesn't matter. You are literally paying money that Blizzard have invented. Well, not invented, they stole it from someone else. But either way, I've realized my jacket is super folded. But they took away the 4-hero select option and replaced it with the revolutionary give us money or start the game with a severe disadvantage mechanic. That is hard to deal with. Too confusing for players, they didn't pay $80. Exactly. Now, the defense may retaliate with, it was an experiment, so what? Is it illegal to earn money now? And you, of all people, the Blizzard community, should understand the importance of experimenting. I mean, Dota, the thing that Heroes was inspired by, was an experiment, a mod of Warcraft 3. Alright, I'll give you that. So tell me this. If Blizzard lost reputation on Diablo Immortal, they knew that HGC was a fan favorite and highly anticipated event, even though it's still not as spread out as, say, Overwatch League or WCS. But the potential and the fan love behind it had given them that opportunity, and they still cancelled it. Why? And what could possibly be the reason? Except for being absolutely money hungry. Or maybe I'm sure they have some other reason behind the scenes that has something to do with every voice matters. Alright, let's say this was done more as an executive decision. Or more of an executive decision. So then, why did the professional players, the coaches, the commentators, and all 400 plus individuals that had participated in HGC, all of those teams, and included the Crucible teams that spent months trying to qualify for HGC, why did they not get prior notification to losing their jobs? Blizzard may reply, we did notify them. Well, Blizzard notified their on-site casters about 3 minutes before they told the players, and about 30 minutes before they went public with the news. That is close. That is nowhere close to a standard 2 weeks notice. And yes, they are all contractors. They do not have to do that. But the politeness and the manners and the respect for the people who helped you build that league and build up your reputation should be there. Especially as they waited 2 months after the BlizzCon announcement, less than a couple weeks after the official league should have started. Oh, sorry, before the official league should have started to give that announcement. But hey, let's say that they did it because of money to ring the future of their company, short and long term. So yeah, while they were monitoring the future of the company by cancelling HGC, did it not occur to them that taking away a league with so little warning would negatively affect the brand perception of all of Blizzard, and by extension, Activision's esports stability, knowing that at any point, Activision Blizzard could take a competitive league away, which is not only beloved by many, but also a main employment for others. Blizzard may respond. We had to pick our aces. We had to pick the best options here. We have to make sure what makes us the most money. And what makes us the best perception. But what is best for your viewers and community was not played into a factor when they picked their races. And assuming during picking their races, Blizzard had kept in mind what was best for their viewers and community, and that had also played a big factor. But if it wasn't just Blizzard, then what was it? If Blizzard had taken that into account, then who could have done this? Well, the fact is, Blizzard isn't its own company anymore. They are a duo company. A company that was so important that when it was bought, the company that bought it changed its name to include the purchaser's name. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce... That was the wrong button. I would like to introduce into the witness, Activision. Into the evidence. Activision may have had something to do with it, and most importantly, not just Activision, but the CEO of Activision, Bobby Kotick. I couldn't find an image of Bobby Kotick though, but I was able to find this image of Gallywix. So that will do. That will do for now. So this is suspect number 2. Maybe, just maybe, we've been seeing this whole thing in the wrong sense. What if Blizzard was actually... Thank you for the swallow, friend. What if Blizzard was actually innocent all this time? I present you in this case that this is a classic jealous brother situation. I know you may be confused, but hear me out, everybody. Your confusion will be solved in but a moment. Thank you all for the subs and donations. That is a lot in a row. Thank you very much. Quiet in the court. We're having serious interactions here. Stop screaming. That's fine. Thank you very much for all your support. This is great. Thank you all very much for the support. So, oh, I've typed up my script. Oh dear. So, here we go. Maybe, just maybe, I've been seeing this whole thing in the wrong sense. If Blizzard was innocent all this time, what if this is a jealous brother situation? Before I start, I'd like to give you some context of the crime scene. In the crime scene, HGC was found laying on the conference room floor, with most of their staff and money looted from their body. They were still wearing their work clothes. The cause of death, again, was a blunt trauma to the budget and the crew. Activision is the big brother, and Blizzard is the little brother. Blizzard is the brother who was the golden child. They had so many friends and fans. They got to the top of the companies and award lists, and now they are one of the highest employing companies in Los Angeles, and to basically every gamer's dream developer. Now, Activision on the other hand, well, let's just say they're not exactly a fan favorite. They were the kid that bullied companies that worked for them. They shut down some, put the crunch on others, and controlled even more, to the point where their visions were lost in a field of bureaucracy. But the fans don't say that to Activision's face that often, but Activision definitely feels the disappointment. And while doing absolutely nothing to change that, they still keep doing it. But in Activision's defense, Activision is basically a spoiled brat because people still spend money on these predatory loot box practices. So, one day, Activision finally snaps. They cannot take their fans nagging about their little brother being so great making World of Warcraft and Overwatch. Ooh, fancy. But they are being so great while they are just low-key diet EA. It's in the game. Just need to thank you for the bits. Yes, thank you so much for the donations, the follows, and the bits. I will go over all of them during the break. So, what did Activision do? They made a plan on making more money than Blizzard. Enter Bobby Kotick. Bobby Kotick is the CEO of Activision, the mastermind. He had experience with this kind of work due to his time in the gaming industry, in Nintendo, in Sierra. He takes his job at the head of Activision, the perfect spot to get close to Blizzard. He is also offered a $31 million bonus for taking the position. And he knows exactly where the company that's going to pay it to him is going to get that money. He had to take out HGC. So what did he do? He got Blizzard to fire a load of its own employees. It wasn't about the money though, even though that was nice. It was about sending a message that Blizzard, with one action, could be shifted to be more like him. To be more like Activision. So one night, he followed HGC into a quiet and desolate conference room. And smack! Hit him with a cancellation. Smack! Hit him with the staff relocation layoffs. HGC falls to the ground immediately. Bobby may have felt some remorse for what he did, but we may never know. Blizzard saw what their big parent company did. They're partners. They told Activision it's okay. They'll get through this. They'll always be partners. Blizzard loved their partner, their brother. Despite everything, they would go through anything to protect them, including taking the blame for a murder if need be. So they told the esports team that HGC was dead and to tell the casters and players. The team argued it could be saved if they could just give it a money transfusion fast. But the money was gone. It was too late. Blizzard decided they would take the fall when it comes down to it. And honestly, if it wasn't for the murder of the innocent and many people losing their jobs, I might tear up. Well, those are our first two suspects, ladies and gentlemen. Jury, I hope you're taking notes. There won't be a quiz. Thank you to our sponsor, Simply Nook Gaming. $100 and £100 off of all of their gaming PCs and laptops, small form factors, and some incredible i9 machines, and free shipping available due to the Intel Gamer Days. Check them out now, Simply Nook Gaming. So then, let's move on to our next suspect. What if it was not Activision or Blizzard, but in fact, one of the commentators? Now, I obviously have no relation to the commentators, for I am prosecutor lawyer extraordinaire Richard Ake. Call me Dick. But what if it was one of the commentators? What if it was a commentator... What was his name? Something like... Tutor? Teacher? Oh yes. What if it was Tetcher? Tetcher. He seems very suspicious if you ask me. Just think about it. The dude is a new commentator on the scene. He came in, supposedly he's been around for years, but you think it might be suspicious that he wasn't around for any BlizzCon before 2018, the year where HGC died? I find that very suspicious. I'll allow that rear. My theory is that he realized he was not really getting anywhere. Not even after coming out as someone who's into pots or pans or whatever it is, whatever pansexual means. So he thought that in order to make noise in the industry, to grab everyone's attention, to reach the top, he's going to have to sin a little bit more. Just a little bit more. A scandal. But no, he can't go too far. People like that get cancelled. He didn't have the guts to do anything immorally wrong anyway. Coming out, he's already done that. Can't do that. So what's left? A murder. Yes, the perfect thing. My theory is that he believed if he could get someone murdered, the spotlight would be on all the innocent victims of the disappearing of HGC, and that's how he would reach the top. So he started a plan. He focused on the Heroes Global Championship. He thought about taking out BlizzCon, but he was too lazy. So, no one would see it coming. He would be able to get away with it perfectly too. So he started to talk to HGC, to stalk HGC. He memorized their schedule. He worked with them for over 100 hours a week. He kind of felt bad for them. HGC had a lot of potential. He even grew to care for HGC. But the big bosses, for some reason, are not giving them the proper chance. Even though they're kind of new, he also feels bad for them that they're about to get unceremoniously murdered. Finally, the night arrives where Tetcher knows that HGC would be alone. They've just finished partying after BlizzCon. They've returned to the Blizzard headquarters. I believe that he quietly followed them to the entrance to the office, to the conference room, and entered the doorway before the door shut. He hid, and quickly observed HGC. It seems like they had not noticed him. He makes his way forward. He picks up a laptop from the office, and he smashes through the back of their budget, smashes them again in the staff. HGC falls to the ground. Tetcher, taking some time, fakes some documents to say that the orders came from the top of Blizzard to do this. He quickly cleans up the blood on the floor before he makes his exit. Tetcher leaves the same way he came in, leaving the Blizzard offices, making sure that there was no evidence left behind. The perfect murder. Now all he had to do was to wait for the news to break so that he could be ready with his tears. He'd been practicing fake crying like those YouTubers who constantly made apology videos. Now that I think about it though, it could be we will be doing a defense for all of these people. We will be doing good. We'll be doing a defense. Now, so it could actually be one of the other commentators. There are plenty of other commentators in the HGC. Maybe one of them is guilty. Now, the one I'm thinking of, the one that we have potential evidence and probable cause for, what was his name? He looks a bit like Johnny Sins. He has a name that resembles the Khaleesi's husband. You all know him. It's Kaldor. Kaldor! Mwah. He might be a pure god in terms of looks. It might be an incredible commentator, but he might also be a murderer. You see, our friend from Deutschland over here moved to the States in order to continue a career in commentary and perpetuate EU bias, of course. He had a pretty good career over there, but he moved to the land of Spain right after HGC was cancelled. Very quickly. Very little warning. He apparently wanted there because it was nice and warm there, because he wanted to bike and it was a cheaper place to live. My theory is that German Johnny Sins took the money for HGC and ran to a dream life in Spain. He's handsome and talented man who spent lots of time in Korea. But after some time in America, he realized that he wanted to get back to Europe, to have fun in the sun. He survived StarCraft 2 and moved on to Heroes. He knew he would survive Heroes 2, but he didn't just want to survive. He wanted to flourish. But it's not just about Kaldor wanting to take the money and leave. He wanted, and he had probable cause for needing HGC to be dead. So, why might Kaldor need HGC dead? The answer is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is arm wrestling. HGC brought in players from all around the world to play Heroes of the Storm, but out of all of them, Kaldor's arms were king. He arm wrestled Breeze. He arm wrestled Mene. He arm wrestled me. He beat everyone before him. But there was a new challenger in 2018. Coming from Latin America, but joining the full North American League, Jay Schreiter came closer than anyone else to beating Caldor in an arm wrestle. He was the closest that anyone had come. Caldor was still the champ, but that was too close. He could not take the fact that someone might be replacing him as the captain of Pythons, the Lord of Guns, the maestro of muscle fibers. He had to do something, and do something quick. He went into the HGC meeting. He needed no weapon. He is the weapon. HGC fell to the ground. It took just a few minutes to realize what Caldor just did. Once it finally hit him what he did, our dear German Mr. Sins was sad. Despite everything that transpired, he did consider HGC to be a good friend and a good employee. Despite his emotions, despite disagreements with anyone, Caldor realized that he had to think fast, and he was sad. He had to get out of this place as soon as possible. Literally. He took the HGC budget and moved to Spain, buying a new bike as a job well done and to cheer himself up. But with this in mind, we have several suspects on the board. I would like to introduce another suspect. This is a tale of betrayal from down under. I put it to the court that ANZ commentator Skimmy may have been the one to kill HGC. Skimmy, he may have used his influence as one of the top candidates to take over if any caster was to leave. But he didn't want to. He may have used that influence to take down HGC so that he could be with his true love, Riot Gaming. That's right. When Skimmy left HGC, he went to commentate the ANZ Oceanic region for League of Legends. Excuse me, for League of Legends. That's right. Doesn't matter how many times Macca's sponsored the ANZ League, Skimmy had eyes for another. He looked across the aisle from Blizzard, through the snow, and he saw the red fist of Riot on the other side. And he wanted to show the world what he could do via the biggest esports company in the world. How did he do it, you ask? Clearly a boomerang. He walked up to the Blizzard offices and threw it through the window, taking out the Heroes Global Championship to the back of the head with a boomerang, which then flew back to his hand. On second thought, that one might be a bit less reasonable than the others. But hey, we'll let the jury decide. But there is one more suspect, ladies and gentlemen. One more. It is Blizzard and Activision are American companies. But America, an American team, hadn't won BlizzCon since 2015. They won in 2015. But there was someone in 2016 who was going to make NA teams great. No more Zuna Feed. No more NA Lull. No more NA Arrow. It was time for NA to win BlizzCon. And as such, there was one person who could make NA great again. I put it to the court, to the jury, Donald Trump as a suspect. That's right. The final suspect, the biggest NA team fan, is Donald J. Trump. So how'd he do it? Well, in 2016, Trump put the power on Astral Authority and Denial Esports, and neither of them made it out of group stage into the bracket. NA had been denied. They lost to Europe. They lost to Korea. They got denied. And Trump was in denial. Hang on. Trump was in denial. I believe we have a recording of Sir Donald J. Trump giving all this information. And an interview shortly after such a factor. Let me find it. Here we go. There it is. Yes, Donald J. Trump was interviewed right after they lost at NA lost at BlizzCon 2016, and he responded with, "NA has the best teams in the world. Any other time of the year, we would have won. The teams were just really tired. This hair is too low. Oh no, there we go." And he said that we're going to win next year. Don't worry about it. America's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. We're the best Heroes Storm players in the world. But they weren't the best Heroes of the Storm players in the world, were they? So let's find out though. 2017. 2017 comes around. Was America great? Well, good news. North America now gets 3 teams heading into BlizzCon. Even more chances. Big orbs like Tempo Storm are now involved. American companies like Roll20 are supporting, which will never have a scandal ever. Promise. And of course, the perfect name, Team Freedom. Team Freedom. An American name for an American team. But how did they do? Well, Roll20 did beat a Korean team, knocking out Tempest, knocking them out of the groups. Hooray! Better than America has done in several years. All 3 teams got a top 8 finish. That's good. That's a good setup. But the final 4 are 2 EU teams and 2 Korea teams. Just like last year, there was not a single American team in the top 4. For a top 4 region, they lost they could not make it into the podium, or even close to the podium. America is still not great under Trump's rule. Under Trump's rule, they have lost their 2-0 at that point BlizzCon win rate. They have been denied that. They've lost that. And now they sit at a 2-2 ratio without a single podium finish. Since he took power, Trump had not won. When asked about this, Trump said, and this is another recording, very important here, they had to respond with, "Fake news. America is the best. They were just super jet-lagged, super tired. They had to fly all the way from other places in America. Korea's not that far away. They could just come over here. Europe's on a boat. You can get there on a boat, meaning it's pretty close. They didn't have to fly. They're jet-lagged. We'll be better next year." And so, we hit BlizzCon 2018. All the stops have been pulled out. And NA are going to go for it. One more chance to try and make it to be the best team. NA has a 3rd caster now, with J-How being there. They have 3 North American casters and a North American caster on the EU cast. They've got all the focus. They have everything there. They have Korean coaches brought in. One of the teams even has a psychologist. They open up the opening week in the Overwatch arena to audience, and it's a home crowd advantage. They only have 2 teams this time. But will this be enough to make America great again? They have analysts as well. They have everything. They have everything over them. Analysts, psychologists, coaches, everything they need. Home field advantage. What happened? They made the top 8. Tempo Storm lost 0-2 to Dignitas in the top 8 part of the bracket. They made it out of the groups this time, so that's better. Heroes Half, the team that came 2nd in their group. Team with everything behind it. They lost to Liquid 2-1. They were out. I believe, and I posit to the jury, that in a fit of impotent childish rage, DJ Trumpet signed an executive order to shut down the HGC and assassinate them using the CIA. The only country able to resist his power? China. The only country still running their full league, the Gold League, to this day, is China. Trump this year retaliated with some TikTok BS because of Heroes, and no other reason, clearly. No one could have figured it out. No one could have put these dates together better, except for me, master lawyer, Richard Ake. The president was behind these murders. That's all I have to say as the prosecutor. We're going to have a short intermission, everyone, to set up for the defense. Stay tuned, jury. Please discuss with your peers how you feel about these options. Discuss with the fellow chat members, fellow jury members. Your defense will be B-Hole, and he is going to be giving you the defense and the counter arguments to all of these. We will be back in but a moment. Defense. Enjoy your discussion. and gentlemen, please be seated. The defense will be returning shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the honorable defense. Mr. B. Hole. Thank you very much, Your Honor. I'm here on behalf of Blizzard, but I will happily defend everyone else in this case. So, ladies and gentlemen, for starters, I would like to inform you that the prosecutor is a bastard for calling me B. Hole. I am pronounced, in fact, B. Hole. And anyone who calls me other such will be dishonorably dismissed. So, let's get this underway. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your defense, and I am going to defend all of these innocent people because I believe that none of these people are guilty. And I will attempt to convince you, but first I will attempt to convince you to check out Simply Nuck Gaming. They have $100 and £100 off and free shipping on their gaming PCs and gaming laptops. Check them out for the Intel Gamer Days promotion. You can see Simply Nuck Gaming, SNUC, and search it online and check out those wonderful deals. So, they also gave away 2 big fully spec'd PCs just recently. So, let's get this underway. Your Honor, for starters, I would like to say that, in fact, the prosecutor did call me B-hole, but it's in fact pronounced B-hole. If this was Dr. Phil, he would be declared a little shit and sent to the Raj. But luckily, we're not on Dr. Phil. We don't have to worry about that. I would like to start off by saying why Activision is innocent. You see, Activision has been having problems with... How do I put this nicely? He's got an addiction problem. An addiction problem to money. Well, that's basically it. Activision has been having issues with money. They were put onto it by EA at Infinity Ward. They went to rehab more than Bayern scored against Barcelona. Activision has not only escaped rehab half the time, there's also acted that they are somehow sneaking in microtransactions when no one was looking. So even though during the time of the crime, it is true that Activision was not in rehab, the reason no one found their alibi, to put it simply, they were working street corners to make up Bobby Kotick's hiring bonus. That's right, the money was not taken by Activision from HGC. It was taken by Activision prostituting themselves via the just to get Bobby Kotick's signing bonus. They sold themselves via loot boxes. They bought Bungie. They tried to make a terrible Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 3. But did it matter? It may be horrifying, and in fact, Activision did make several other people relapse, several other companies relapse into poor practices. And Bobby, while not wanting to focus on, while not wanting to change this focus on making money, it was not at the expense of esports at Blizzard. That's what Activision was doing at the time the murder happened. That's my theory anyway. Now moving on to the commentators. Let's start with Tetcher, Teether, whatever. Albeit the logic is bulletproof. He felt underappreciated the entire time he worked for Blizzard. He felt that he wasn't appreciated, that ESL would hire their own commentators, including people who'd never cast heroes at the time, just to get their own commentators in and not have to hire outsiders. That might be bulletproof. But I can tell you that Tetcher could not have killed HGC. But the reason for that is because he was live streaming from the UK at the time of the murder. Excuse me. You may ask how I know this, or why I know this. It's simple. I was in the chat. I remember seeing him flirting with someone in chat that he just met at BlizzCon, then crying when he found out the news. He got a text from Caldor. And if those tears were fake, well then I'm a real lawyer and not just Tetcher wearing a shirt and a suit. Now, While we're at it, I would also like to mention that Caldor was in the meeting where HGC was found dead. But there were also many Blizzard staff members there who would have seen him if he'd done the murder, and that's for running away to Spain. Caldor had been planning to move to Spain whenever he left the US anyway. And if you check his Instagram, you will see that he's been biking way before he was going to leave America. Caldor is innocent, jury. Now we move on to Trump. At the time of HGC being shut down, Trump was distracted. He was busy with a shutdown of his own. Yes, he was being a petulant child, but he was doing it for a different reason than Heroes. Because we know he doesn't care about Heroes. Not of the Storm, but just in general. He shut down the government to throw a tantrum about not having enough money for his monument to intolerance. Also, it is widely said that he doesn't pay attention to anything more than 10 minutes long that doesn't mention his name. Do you really think he watched HGC? I don't think so. It's up to the jury. But I don't think that Trump is responsible for this. Now, on to the man of the hour. The person who I am representing in this. And I'm here to give you some hard truths. Blizzard Entertainment. Everyone is pointing their fingers at Blizzard. Everyone keeps accusing Blizzard of murdering HGC. And even if they aren't accusing Blizzard of murdering HGC, they're definitely accusing them of being an accomplice. And even if they are not accusing them of that, they're definitely giving them the stink eye. And for having at least something to do with it. Judge, jury, executioner. There is no executioner. We're not going to murder Blizzard if they were found guilty here. We're not murdering anyone. Again, this is all satire, just letting you all know. Check out the sponsor, it's that side. I would like to tell you a story. A story that changed the course of not only 2020, but the course of video game humanity forever. This is a story affecting each and every one of us more than we can understand. More than we are capable of understanding. This is a story that the mere mortals like us who will perish in the next few decades and who will be gone forever. In this story, this is the story for gods who are yet to rise, for gods who still slumber for thousands of years, waiting for their sign to wake up. Subconsciously, as they not only remain rested well inside the deepest corners of the ocean, the darkest center of the earth, the most unreachable, uncharted part of the sky, this is a story for them. Let's go. Blizzard was born as Silicon and Synapse in 1991. Not to a normal industry, but to a normal industry, they had loving fans and a passion for making games like The Lost Vikings and Rock 'n' Roll Racing. Great games. I think we could all agree. The classic game fans know those games are good. That is, until they became Blizzard Entertainment. They started off pretty well. The Death and Return of Superman. A weird game. Superman games, consistently unsuccessful. This one, 7.7 out of 10. Not bad. Did a decent job. And then, of course, the reason most of us are here today, Warcraft, Orcs, and Humans. A huge game. One of the biggest RTSs to ever exist. Thanks, Guy. One of the biggest RTSs to ever exist, and really what exploded the RTS genre. They had peaked. They created Warcraft 2. It was incredible. But they were struggling. How did they keep one-upping themselves when the technology wasn't there? The technology isn't there yet. They needed help. They needed an idea. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to posit to you that Blizzard made a pact with El Diabolo himself. What's this pick-up we can't take doing here? Let's get out of here. I am suggesting that they made a pact with Diablo himself, the literal devil, to make better games in exchange for their success. I'll shrink that down, it's a little big. You want me to leave that last that other piece of evidence up? Okay, hang on. There we go. We'll put him over here. There we go. We'll put him there. Alrighty. So, let's talk about how I can tell that this is the work of the literal devil. The numbers don't lie. The maths is easy to make. Blizzard has 8 pillars that it tries to stand by. Community pillars that they keep their company running by, despite some arguments for their company in 2019. They have 8 pillars. The number of Overwatch games is 2. You minus that from the number of pillars, you get 6. You move on to the next point. The number of StarCraft 2 games is 3. 3 StarCraft 2 games. You times that by the number of Lost Vikings games, that is 6. You look at the number of May level 1 talents consistently known to be an ally to the devil herself, that's another 3. That one's not relevant, but it's there and it's suspicious. And 6 is, of course, the number of Elite Torrent Chieftain members, almost. So you take the 6 from the pillars, the 6 from StarCraft 2, and the 6 from Elite Torrent Chieftain. And what do you get, ladies and gentlemen? You only get one thing. I don't know about you, but that seems oddly suspicious to me. Now, you may be asking yourselves, what does this have to do with HGC? Excuse me. Everything. It has everything to do with HGC. My guess is that Blizzard were tired of making Diablo games. They were tired of making Diablo games. They wanted to focus on what really mattered. Heroes of the Storm, their labor of love, their passion project. But they were already demonically contracted to make a Diablo game. To keep making them forever until Diablo destroyed us all. So what did they do? They outsourced it. They outsourced the game to a Chinese mobile company and internet company, NetEase. NetEase decided to take the easy way, and they just reskinned one of the games they already owned, and just made it Diablo themed. They had to make some cool 3D models, but it was a very easy port. Diablo would be happy with that, right? It's one of the most popular mobile games that's ever existed. Diablo would be fine with that. You're gonna get a completely new audience. But oh, how wrong they were. How wrong they were, audience. You see, after the announcement of Diablo Immortal, that caused rage in the devil, who was backstage at the time. The audience, who was excited for Diablo 4, the devil was excited for Diablo 4, but they got this cop-out? No. The rage of Diablo radiated out, infecting the crowd, creating them to be, making them angry, forcing them to make comments like an out-of-season April Fool's joke. And is this a joke? Will this be ported to PC? Please, give us something. Don't let us be angry. But no, that was not the case. Diablo's rage radiated out, causing them to turn on the announcement. It didn't matter to Diablo, though. The contract had been broken. He took away Blizzard's power and community goodwill. First, he took away HGC and the developers for Heroes, the game that people loved. He then took away the 2 release locks, the 2 hero locks from Battlegrounds. He then went to Warcraft PvP and ruined that. He went to Overwatch and created role locks for the audience, completely defeating creative play in the Overwatch League. All were corrupted by his power. He has even influenced Blizzard's marketing and community teams to make some questionable decisions. Blizzard are attempting to fix this to this day. They've announced Diablo 4. Maybe this will help. They've even announced Overwatch 2. They could get May in another game and maybe please Diablo that way to save themselves, to get their respect back. We don't know if it's too late. Maybe this will help. But one theory is that the devil runs deep in Blizzard. When HGC entered most of our lives, it was love at first sight. Despite many questionable calls from the team behind it, it was good. Great games. Great casting. Most of the time, reliable. Good personalities and growth. HGC was a lot to all of us. But I don't think any of the accused are guilty. But that is not my decision to make. I add the devil, Diablo, as one more suspect. But now it is up to the jury. We're going to have a short recess that the judge can return and also pee. The other way around, though. And then the judge will lead you through the voting process. The jury will decide. They must decide one person responsible. Each one will get their own vote. If at any point we get a tie at the end, the audience will decide the vote of who is guilty. This is how we decided. So for now, jury, discuss with your peers, discuss with the chat. We will be back after I have gone to the bathroom. We will be back. Gilly is still alive. She's just not doing hero stuff other than from behind the scenes. But we're going to be back very shortly with the conclusion to decide who is guilty in the murder of HGC. Jury, discuss with your peers. We'll be back in a moment. Jury, please return to your seats. The trial will resume shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the conclusion of the trial for the murder of HGC. I am your Judge Tetcher. Also, suspect, apparently. That happened. So, once again, before we move too much further on, once again, check out our sponsor for today's stream, Simply Nuck Gaming, Simply NUC. Currently, they have just given away 2 PCs, one to Europe, one to America. Really cool stuff they're doing here, some i9 PCs. I know there's a green bit on it and it just eats the background, but only on the green bit. It's fine. I hope you're okay. But yes, they currently also have $100/£100 off and free shipping on their units. Check them out, Simply Not Gaming, for their Intel Gamer Days promotion. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our 5 jury members selected previously before the stream has started. Our jury members: DB Smiley, Jixie Cat, Ryokai, Lily Kate, and Zool Rules. These are our jury members. It is now time for the jury to decide. I'm going to go through these jury members one by one and go through the suspects pictured here one by one. And the jury will decide who they believe is guilty. If at any point we end up with a tie on multiple people, we will be opened up to the chat. Speak truth to power. The jury was opened up at the start, but we will open up to the chat if at any point there's a tie between more than one person for the maximum guilt. So, let's get this started. Let's jump back to the jury. And I will go through the suspects one by one. Jury! Don't be so surprised. No, you don't get one vote each. You can vote innocent or guilty on every single person. That is how we can end up with a tie, and then we'll open up to the chat for the vote if we end up with a tie. So each jury member gets to be innocent or guilty on every single person. So, let us start here. Zool rules. You are in the jury. What is your opinion? Innocent or guilty on Blizzard? Blizzard Entertainment. Blizzard Entertainment receives a guilty vote. Zool rules. What is your opinion on Activision? Guiltier. Hang on. Alright, so Blizzard. I actually do have to just write this down manually. Blizzard, guilty, Activision. I'm just going to put guilty for the sake of my system. Actually, I'm just going to put a G or an I. That's gonna make it take less time to type. Zool rules. Tetcher. Innocent or guilty? Also, when you're voting for Activision, you are also voting for Bobby Kotick, just so you know. It's Tetcher. Innocent or guilty? Innocent, probably. We will take that in this case. Tetcher. Aye. Zool rules. Kaldor. Innocent or guilty? Guilty. Zool rules. Skibby. He was technically nominated. Innocent or guilty? There are quite a few options here. Plenty of options for you. Skibby. Meh. I think we're going to assume innocence from that unless we hear otherwise. Alrighty. Next. Who do we have left? Innocent, okay. Who do we have left? Ah, yes. Zool rules. Donald J. Trump. Innocent or guilty? Guilty. And finally, the devil himself, Diablo. Zool rules. Innocent or guilty? Diablo has been voted by Zool rules as innocent. We have our decisions from Zool rules. We're going to move up the board to our next jury member, which is... Scroll, 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 scroll. I've lost everybody. Okay. That is going to be... There we go. I can't just select you. Alright, I'm just gonna have to read the chat for it. This is fine. Okay. We'll move up. Lily Kate. You are next. Lily Kate. Blizzard Entertainment. Innocent or guilty? Guilty. Voted for Blizzard. Activision. Innocent or guilty? Actively the worst guilty. That's a guilty. Tetcher. Innocent or guilty? Innocent. Great taste in shirts. Caldor. Innocent or guilty? Innocent, probably. Okay. Skibby. Innocent or guilty? Innocent or guilty? Innocent. Donald J. Trump. Innocent or guilty? I don't have words for how guilty. So guilty. And to finish off your votes, Diablo, innocent or guilty? The devil itself. Breeze would never innocent. I'm gonna guess that's guilt. Breeze would. Is that Breeze is never? Yeah, there's a full stop. Okay, because Breeze would never innocent could be Breeze is never innocent, but I see the full stop there. It's just very small on my screen, so I'm assuming that is innocent. Alrighty, Lily Kate has made the vote. Thank you for the clarification. Ryokai, please stand for the jury. Blizzard Entertainment Ryokai. Innocent or guilty? We are finding that out now, Calzania. We are literally finding that out now. The jury is deciding. Guilty of underplaying employees? Are they guilty of murder, Ryokai? This is what we are deciding here today. Are Blizzard guilty of murder today? And murder. Okay, that's guilty for Blizzard. Activision. Guilty or innocent? Mega guilty. Tetcher. Guilty or innocent, Ryokai? I'll go through all the follows and subs in a bit after we have gone through all these before I tally up the results, everybody. Thank you very much for all the support so far. Tetcher is innocent. Caldor, guilty or innocent? Caldor is guilty to Ryokai. Skibby, guilty or innocent? Skimmy is to Ryokai, innocent. Donald Trump, guilty or innocent? His temper's Tormo trial? Brutal. Brutal. Guilty. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest. Alrighty. And Lord of Terror Diablo. Is the devil itself guilty or innocent? result from Ryokai. If Diablo equals Bobby Kotick guilty, you know what? We're gonna take that as a guilty. We will take that as a guilty because if that's the inference you want to make, I won't stop you. Alrighty, that is Ryokai's votes. I'll make up the tally in a second. Jinxie Cat, please rise for the jury. Jinxie Cat. Blizzard, guilty or innocent? He entered at the start of the stream to enter into the jury, the legend. There are 5 jurors. If they tie, if more than one person is tied as guilty, then the chat votes. Blizzard has been voted guilty by Jinxie Cat. Activision, guilty or innocent? Activision is guilty. Tetcher, guilty or innocent? This condemning of several people is brought to you by Simply Nut Gaming. $100 and £100 off of your computer from Simply Nut Gaming and free shipping. Guilty of having a fine booty. Well, that is grounds for execution. But are they guilty of murder? Innocent of murder. Okay, innocent. Hang on. I think I can repeat the gasp sound. Hang on. I don't know if that worked. I tried. Alrighty. Alright. Kaldor, guilty or innocent? Innocent, probably. Skibby, guilty or innocent? His head would have given his hiding away. Big oof. I'm getting close to him. Skimmy, innocent. Donald J. Trump, guilty or innocent? Donald J. Trump, guilty. And the devil itself, Diablo. El Diabolo, guilty or innocent? Diablo is innocent. Not even death can save you from him. Diablo has been voted innocent. That is the end of Jinxie's jury duty. Thank you very much for your time. If you want to stay for the chat, if any of you who have already completed jury duty want to stay for the chat vote or the results, please do. DB Smiley, please rise for the court. Make yourself known. You're going to have to watch the VOD, Brewmaster. This is going to be a hard one to explain. DB Smiley has showed up. DB Smiley, Blizzard Entertainment, innocent or guilty? The same company as Activision, so guilty. Okay. Well, I hesitate to ask them, but Activision, innocent or guilty? Yeah, it's Calvin Ball. That's a pretty good explanation of what the hell's going on right now. It's pretty close to accurate. As a reminder, while waiting for DB Spidey's response, here are all the people who we have accused: Kaldor, Skibby, the devil itself, Diablo, Blizzard Entertainment, Donald J. Trump, Bobby Kotick, aka Activision, and me. He responded. Where is it? Why hasn't that showed up? Oh yes, yeah. Okay, yes. I completely misread your post. Yes, you are correct. Okay, so DB Smiley, Activision, guilty. Alrighty. Thank you for the call on that. Tetcher, guilty or innocent? Who is arm wrestling Kaldor? That is Jay Schreiter. I definitely recommend watching the VOD for this. It's a ride. guilty, overly contrived stream, but not murder. Well, yeah. Alright, innocent. Caldor, guilty of murder or innocent? Guilty of being bold, innocent of murder. Skibby, guilty or innocent? He's in Australia, where everything is upside down, so guilty! Skimmy is guilty. So, Donald J. Trump. Donald Day Trump, apparently. Innocent or guilty? Also, I had to bust out my personal picture collection for some of these, Skimmy especially. I'm gonna enlarge this quickly, because it's a beaut. We did not get, that would never get posted to Twitter, but there you go. There's a photo from us hanging out. There you go. I have a lot of personal photos that will never get shared of people. Nothing naughty, just politeness. Literally the only thing he isn't guilty of. Trump gets innocence. And Diablo. Innocent or guilty. The devil itself. Innocent or guilty. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure he killed. I'm sure he has killed, actually, that is. Just not HGC. Alright, the devil Diablo. Innocent or guilty? Already ruled on Donald Trump. Alrighty, I'll give you the same ruling. Okay. Well then, before I do the count up of the results, allow me to read through some follows. Wait, that's the wrong thing. I need this one. Hey, there we go, because I'm the judge. Allow me to read through some follows. Thank you, the Legend27 Hots, Just Knee for the 200 bits. Napalm Jerky, great name by the way. Legabo for the follow. Lord Bajorne. Bajon? We'll go with Bajon. 69. Nice. Oculon for the follows. Lily Kate for the sub using your Twitch Prime. Very appreciated. Very kind of you. We also have Way or Way. I can't tell which. For a follow. Gwapmit 2P. Surrey Boss. And Jigsy Cat for a sub. DB Smiley for a sub. And 19 hours ago, but if they're here, cool, because I missed them because they followed right after my stream. Cute Grubby. Just Alright, I'm going to do some add-ups quickly. Let's see how we do. Alrighty, you know what? I'm going to do them on stream. Let's just add a text scene here. So, text, outline. Outline's got to be black, so it's going to be visible. Okay, yep, that's good. Alright, maybe the outline a little bit bigger. Okay, test. Ooh, that's a bit big. Can we fix that while we're in this screen? Yes, we can. Excellent. Alrighty, so, results. And I'm going to do the maths live on stream. That's how we're doing this. So, Blizzard Entertainment. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guilty verdicts. Activision. Forgive the spelling, it's almost certainly going to be wrong at some point. Activision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guilty verdicts. No matter what, we will be going to an audience vote. If the audience vote ties 2, we will just make 2 people guilty. Tetcher, me. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 guilty verdicts. Whew, that's a relief, because I know Reddit would have fun with that. Even though it's clearly troll, Reddit would have fun with that. Caldor. 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. 2 guilty votes for Caldor. Skimmy. Skimmy. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 total vote for Skimmy. Skimmy is not guilty. Caldor and Tetcher are not guilty. Donald J. Trump. 0, 1, 2, 3. Wait, hang on, I missed ones clearly. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there we go. Did it right the second time. Trump, 4 votes. And for the second time in 2020, Donald J. Trump has managed to get away with being a jerk without actually getting punished. He actually had nothing to do with this. I just don't like him. But that's personal opinions, not even politics. Not even politics right now. Just think he's an ass. Alrighty. That's going to get me in trouble with someone. The devil himself. Diablo. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Diablo. Donald J. Trump. Skibby, Caldor, and Tetcher are all innocent. You know what, Zooveralls? You're right. You're right. We're going to include Trump in the final vote because he got less votes, so we can still win. That's how this works. That's absolutely how this works. You could not be more right. Alrighty, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to set up a poll once I remember how to do that. How do I do that? I think I have to go to my channel. Channel. Pulse the stream so I don't have stuff playing. Okay, so settings. Where is the create poll? Oh, no, wait, no, it's in the dashboard, isn't it? Check the Calvin Poll rule set. Don't do that. It's complicated. Alrighty, so add. And I need the create poll option. I'm pretty sure it's here. Manage your poll. That's kind of right. Is there where's the... I'll just add that, and let's just see if that is what we need. Okay, boom. Manage poll. New poll. Hey, did it. Alright, question. Who is guilty of killing HGC? Question mark. Your options shall be, as you can see, Blizzard Entertainment, Activision, and because he scored less, he can still win, because, yeah, that's how politics works, Donald J. Trump. The poll will run for 5 minutes, and then I will just interact with the chat for 5 minutes. And we'll see how we go. Actually, let's do 3 minutes. Let's just do 3 minutes. We're fine. We're pretty good for time here. I have like 2 hours before stream for NGS, so we're all good. Actually, no. We're going to do 5 minutes, and we're going to allow... every 10 bits equals an extra vote, because if I'm not guilty of killing HGC, I'm going to be guilty of making money off of its corpse. Alrighty, so 10 bits equals an extra vote. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The poll for 5 minutes begins now. Who is guilty? I'm not even going to look at the poll until it is done. Until then... I hope everyone's enjoyed whatever the hell this was. This was certainly something. I became the monster I sought to destroy. Foolish me. Yeah, I hope everyone's enjoyed this. It's certainly been something. More of that. Dude, this took a lot of prep. I hired a writer for this. I rewrote most of it, but... I'm really bad at coming up with stuff from scratch. I can work off of what someone else gives me. I hired a writer to, like, write me a template kind of thing, and I rewrote a lot of it today, like 3 hours ago, in order to make this. Yeah, more of that. What else would you want? If you want more of this, what else could you want from this? What else could be done like this? I have a 194% gain in my Activision Blizzard stock. I'm amazed it hasn't gone down after this. Oh dear. Fanatic spam, respect that. Hang on, I'm gonna jump us to here. Hang on. Turn the music down. And turn me on. There you go. So I got chat around me now. Let me know if the music's too loud. I'll turn it down. But since Trump votes were cast, from Wyoming, South Dakota, Trump has declared the winner. What are my thoughts on the new teasers? You mean the, I've only seen one of them. Is there another one? There's the Ice Crown Zerg one, which I think's cool. I'm hoping it's something decent. Hopefully a new map. That'd be nice. Isn't Blizzard and Activision the same thing? Technically, no. They are both individual companies. They are partnered, but they're technically both run independently. They can both make decisions and have a sort of similar board, but they run separately as subdivisions company-wise. There's no real separation anymore. There's still a little bit. There's an Exodar. I don't know what Exodar is. What's Exodar? What's Exodar? I've been bamboozled. Technicalities. They trade the same stock? Yeah. They are the same company, but they run as individual entities. From WoW, Go Spaceship teaser. Okay, that's cool. Alright, neat. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, they trade the same stock, but they run individually. Like Activision and Blizzard, they have a similar thing, but from a mid to low level, they run as separate stuff. It's like, technically Coke owns technically Pepsi owns Mountain Dew. You don't see them as the same thing. They are different things. Think of them as brands. That's a good way of looking at it. With a StarCraft spin. Oh, okay. Well, I'm curious. I am curious. I'm excited to see what they come up with. You only have about 2 minutes left of the poll, ladies and gentlemen. Get your votes in. I'm not looking at the results. If you want to influence the votes, then in classic Activision Blizzard style, just for this rect, we let Trump in because of Trump style. For Activision Blizzard style, I'm letting you buy more votes. 10 bits per vote. If you put 10 bits in, you get an extra vote. Alright, let's have a look at that. Click. Is there a video or is there a picture? Oh, that's pretty cool. It's the ships. Yeah, there's. I don't know. Are these teasers or are they just messing with us with fancy artwork? No, they would have put messages on it with fancy artwork. But yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool. Yeah, they're just mixing all their franchises together. StarCraft and Warcraft especially. So that's good. All right. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. I'm excited to see what they come up with it. Ship combat in HOTS. Oh dear. I mean, that's kind of what I envision when you like send Syndragosa and Hyperion, they just crash into each other. Wait, if it's Activision Star, to pay for a bought vote has to be a random vote. I mean, all it doesn't have to be random, it just has to not matter. And in this case, nothing happens from this trial. It's all random bullshit that I just came up with because I needed something fun to do. Once again, everybody, this stream today is sponsored by Simply Nuck Gaming. Check them out. Search Simply NUC Gaming on Google, sorry, and you can see they currently have exclusive deals on gaming PCs. $100 or £100 off and free shipping. We're talking about ships. StarCraft, Warcraft, doesn't matter. Free shipping. Use their Intel Gamer Days promotion, so you can check them out and enjoy the promotion and get yourself a new gaming PC. Thank you everyone who's been enjoying, and thank you Simply Nuck for supporting the stream. The poll is about to end. Let's see our results. View results. The final results, with 12% of the vote, it is Donald Trump. With 23% of the vote, it is Blizzard Entertainment, meaning with 65% of the vote, Activision. And 50 bits to help with that. 65% of the vote, Activision. Thank you for the 50 bits, by the way, Sexia. Activision are guilty of killing HGC. It has been decided. Twitch chat and the Heroes community have spoken. Activision is guilty of killing HGC, and their punishment shall be to forever be haunted by the ghost of what could have been, and people sending them clips from this stream and tweeting random shit at them that they have been found guilty. There is no executioner, unfortunately. We could not afford one. But yeah, that's the end of this really, really dumb stream, everybody. This is literally just a thing I came up with and wanted to do. You made it some streaming a little bit less instead of casting. I find joy in casting. Regular game streams I struggle with a little bit in terms of having fun. I could have Activision fire me. Hey. But yeah, I like these big creative pieces. I like my world record attempts. I have a new world record attempt already planned. That will be happening at some point in October, November, sometime around that time. So keep an eye out on the stream for that. I'll be doing my my third world record attempt. I already hold the world record for the fastest time beating the Heroes of the Storm AI using only voice commands, and the most amount of Heroes of the Storm games cast simultaneously. So I hold 2 world records, and we're going for a third. So make sure you follow the stream and check that out. If you enjoyed the stream, I do a lot of casting. I'm still a commentator. Hit follow so that you enjoy. Drop a subscription if you enjoyed whatever the hell this was. If you like me creating, if you want more creative stuff like this, drop a sub now so I can see the numbers and know it's worth it. Otherwise, I'm not going to do as much. It is really, I love this kind of stuff, and it makes me happy, but I have to eat. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, drop subs, drop donations, anything you can to support. I will also be casting later tonight, so that you can check that out. I will be on the Nexus Gaming Series channel. Thank you for the gifted subs. 5 gifted subs from Jinxie Cat. Thank you so much. I realize the guilty verdicts are in the way. Let me move that. Jinxie Cat, thank you for gifting subs to Gwanet, to Gwapmit, to it. It only showed up as Gwapnip. Gwapnip sub for Prime. Thank you very much. Helix Apothecary, Lunatic Joshua TV. Hey, Lunatic Joshua, I recognize you. Captain Wedge, Gingerbread Man, and Gwapnip subscribe with Twitch Prime. Thank you all so much for the subs. That is very appreciated. If you enjoyed the stream, and again, consider the donations, consider a sub. I will be streaming the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division later tonight on the Nexus Gaming Series channel. So check that out. check out me and my hot wife. She is not my wife yet. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Nexus Gaming Series on Twitch, where I will be casting the final Storm Division qualifier. We'll be deciding 1 team via qualify and 1 team via points. So it's all to play for. Dynamix, Nick, thank you very much for the sub. And we started the hype train right when I was looking to end. Well, you guys have the hype train until I find someone to raid. So let me look to raid. Hey, Jinxie, you going to stream tonight? That's the classic play. Let me load up Twitch and see what we're doing. But thank you all so much for the support tonight. This was very... I am aware just how silly this was. I am fully aware. Hell yeah, Hot's Power Couple. Feels amazing. But yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, and I really hope you enjoyed the stream, please do show the support. It's your day off? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? All right, well, we're going to raid. Let's check out Heroes. Let's see who's streaming right now. We're Tina Galaxy. We're June. We have J-How, who we're about the same viewership as, actually. That looks pretty perfect to me. So that's a good carryover. Alrighty. I'm going to give it to J-How, considering that I was about to... He was in the script originally, and I cut his stuff out. So as an apology for not being in the script, we're going to raid J-How. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to tune into the Nexus Gaming Series channel tonight for the conclusion of the Storm Division qualifiers to find out the final 2 teams to join our 6 others for the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later tonight. Have a good evening, and goodbye. Bye! I'm on this screen too, damn it. Hang on. There we go. Goodbye!